Two contestants, each in an isolation booth, both racing to score 21 points. As we present 21! And now, here's our host, Jim Ray!
Thank you. Thank you all very much. Thank you and welcome to 21. That's a number you're going to be hearing a lot about for the next 30 minutes, but of course doesn't make any sense unless we have two players. So let's meet our first two contestants.
He is our current champion, and his winnings total $20,000 in cash. He's a lawyer who owns a strange collection. Here is Steve Native.
Hey, Jim.
And she's a reader for a film company and spent time in Italy. Here is Marie Lee.
Hi, Marie. Stephen, Marie, Stephen. Steve, I heard Charlie mention right there that you have a strange collection. What is it that you collect?
I collect mannequin heads. You know, those are heads of dummies.
Heads of dummies. No, you can't get this one. No. Obviously, you're not one because you've won $20,000 already. And Marie said that you were a professional reader. What does that mean? What do you do?
Well, what I do is read countless film scripts for Academy Award winners. Well, I look for them anyway.
You're looking for a winner?
Yep.
Well, I hope you find a winner here tonight.
Thank you.
All right, now listen. Steve, on our last show, remember, you agreed to play against Marie knowing that whatever she wins will be deducted from the $20,000 you've already won. Am I right?
You are right.
You agreed? We got a game, Marie and Stephen. Okay. Now, Marie, as you know, we're going to play up to 5 rounds. In each round, you're offered questions ranging from 1 point to 9 points. The higher the points, the harder the questions. A correct answer adds points to your score, and a wrong answer loses points. But you never go below 0. Now, if at the end of any round one of you has scored 21 points, then you win. And you get $1,000 a point for the difference between your score and your opponent's. You understand? All set? Okay, so if you're ready, take your places in the booth. Both of you, good luck, Stephen. Good luck, Marie. And here we go with 21. I can tell you that the players cannot hear me, and they cannot hear each other either, unless I turn on their booths. And I'm going to turn their booths on right now. Marie, can you hear me all right in there?
Yes,
Everything okay?
Yes.
All right. And Steve, can you hear me okay?
Loud and clear, Jim.
All right, you're the champion, so you go second in round number 1. So you wait right there, and I'll be back in just a moment. And now, Marie, it's time to start. Round number 1, you have no points. Let's see how many you can pick up. The carousel spins, and the category for the first round is world religions. World religions. How many would you like to try for?
5 points.
All right, 5-point question. Answer it, and you got 5 points. This religion is the oldest of the Western world and the first to teach a belief in only one God. For 5 points, Marie, name that religion.
Judaism.
You're right, and you have 5 points, and you're underway. Very good. All right, this is round number 1 now. Steve, you're the champion, and I would like to know how many points you would go for in the category world religions. Assess your knowledge of world religions 1 to 9.
Okay, let's try a 5-point question.
Okay, 5-point question is this. This religion is the oldest of the Western world and the first to teach a belief in one God. Name it.
Judaism.
You're right, and you have 5 points. Okay, good start, Steve. See you in round number 2. Okay, it's round number 2 now, Marie. We spin the carousel. You have 5 points, and let's see what category comes up at random from the carousel. It is, this time, television sleuths. Now, how much do you know about television sleuths rated 1 to 9?
6 points.
All right, going for a 6-point question. If you answer it correctly, you will have 11 points. If you miss it, we deduct. You're down to 0. Here is that 6-point question. Captain Frank Furillo and Sergeant Phil Esterhaus are 2 of the officers who work out of the same station house on this critically acclaimed police drama. For a total of 11 points, name the drama.
Hill Street Blues.
You're right, and you have 11 points. I'll be back to you in a moment. All right, it's round number 2, Steve. You have 5 points, and this time the category is television sleuths. Rate your knowledge, television sleuths, 1 to 9. How many are you going to go for?
Let's try a 9-point question.
A 9-point question. All right. This is a 2-part question. And if you answer it correctly, you will have 14 points. I'm going to read it to you and then give you some time to think of your answer, okay, since it is a 2-parter. And you must get both parts correct. I'll name 2 of the most popular television sleuths of all, and you name the star who played each. 1, Harry Orwell. 2, Jim Rockford. Here's some time to think of your answers. All right, time is up, Steve. For a total of 14 points, you must answer both of these. Number 1, name the star who played Harry Orwell.
Is that David Jansen?
That is correct. And now, to pick up 14 points, a total of 14 points, who played Jim Rockford?
That's my favorite, Jim Garner.
You have 14 points. All right. Okay. Players, we are at the end of the second round, and we're going to give you a chance right now to stop the game. If you think you're ahead, you can stop the game. Whoever is ahead will win. And I'll give you a moment to think about that decision. All right. If at this point either player stops the game, Steve will win 14-11 and win by 3 points or $3,000, and he'll continue to be our champion. Now, let's see what they do. Okay, players, can you both hear me all right? Okay, Marie, do you want to stop the game?
No.
Okay, we'll play on for you. And how about you, Steve? Would you like to stop the game?
Let's keep playing, Jim.
Okay, Steve wants to play, so we'll move on to round number 3. Round number 3, and we'll get to round number 3 and see who is the champion of 21 in just a moment. Welcome back to 21. Neither player decided to stop at the end of 2 rounds, so we move on to the third round, and challenger goes first. Hello there, Marie. How are you? It is the third round now. Marie, you have 11 points, and the category this time, as we select them at random with the carousel, is zoology. How do you rate yourself in zoology, 1 to 9?
I'll take 6 points.
All right, 6 points question. If you answer it correctly, you'll have 17 points. If you miss it, however, you're down to 5. This is a big question for you. Here is that 6-point question. 2 Greek words meaning nose-horned form the name of this huge animal. It's a relative of the horse, but can weigh as much as 7,000 pounds. For a total of 17 points, name it.
Rhinoceros.
You're right, it is, and you have 17 points. Back to you in round number 4. All right, Steve, it's round number 3. You have a total of 14 points, and this time the category is zoology. How much do you know about zoology on a scale of 1 to 9?
Boy, that's another tough. Let me go for 5 points there.
All right, you're going for 5 points. If you answer it correctly, you'll have 19 points. If you miss it, of course, you are down to 9. Here is your 5-point question, Steve. The largest poisonous snake in the world is a favorite of snake charmers. To bring your total to 19 points, name it.
The cobra.
You're right. It is the cobra. You have 19 points, and we'll see you in the next round. All right, Marie, here we go, round number 4. You have a total of 17 points at the moment, and we'll spin the carousel, and this time the category is ancient history. Okay, think about how much you know about ancient history, and tell me how much you go for on a scale of 1 to 4. That's all you need.
4 points.
You're going to go for 21. All right, if you answer this correctly, you will have 21. Here is that 4-point question. One of the finest surviving examples of ancient Roman architecture could be flooded for water spectaculars or seat 45,000 for gladiator battles. To reach 21, name that Roman architecture.
The Colosseum.
You're right. You're at 21. You got it. All right, Marie. I can tell you right now, since you reached 21, that your opponent, Stephen, has 19 points. 19 points. So depending what happens, you will either win or tie this game. And I'm going to let you listen in, so we'll leave your booth on and see how it works out. Okay. All right, Stephen, you are in the 4th round at 19 points, and the category is ancient history. How many would you like to go for?
Let's just go for 2 points.
2 will do it. 2 will get you to 21. And now I can tell you, Stephen, a moment ago, Marie reached 21 also. So if you answer this question correctly, you will tie at 21 to 21, and we'll go to a new game at $2,000 a point. If you miss, of course, you will lose by a score of 17 to 21, and you lose $4,000 of the money that you've already accumulated. All right, so this is an extremely big question for you. It's a 2-point question. According to mythology, This ancient city was founded by twin brothers named Romulus and Remus. To tie the game at 21-21, name the city.
That would be Rome.
We've got a tie game. You hear that? Wow. What that means, of course, we're going to play a new game at $2,000 a point difference. And you're the champion, so again, you go second. I'll be back to you in just a moment. And Marie, brand new game at $2,000 a point. And I'll spin the categories. You start out with nothing, obviously. Let's see you build it up. The first category is rock and roll. Rock and roll. How many would you like to go for?
I'll go for 6 points.
All right, a 6-point question in rock and roll. During rock's golden era, this star recorded the hits Splish Splash and Dream Lover, but is most famous for Mac the Knife. For 6 points, name him.
Darren.
Bobby Darin, you got it, and you have 6 points. Good start. All right, Steve, starting out, round one, and the category rock and roll. How many would you like to play for?
Okay, that's a good one. Why don't we go for 9 points?
All right, you're going for the big one. This is a 2-part question. I'll read it and give you some time to think of your answers, okay? I'm going to name 2 classic rock and roll hits of the 50s. You name the rock star who made them famous, okay? 1, Tutti Frutti. 2, Roll Over Beethoven. Here's some time to think of your answer. All right, your time is up, Steve. You must answer both parts of this question to get the 9 points. Name the rock star who made these hits famous. 1, Tutti Frutti.
That's Little Richard.
That is right. And now, for the 9 points, Roll Over Beethoven.
Chuck Berry.
You got it, and you have 9 points. All right, Marie, round number 2. You have 6 points, and let's spin the carousel and see what comes up. You have 6 points. Round number 2, the category is Africa, the country of Africa. So assess your knowledge of that continent and tell me how many you'll go for.
I'll go for 7 points.
All right, a 7-point question. Answered correctly, you have 13 points. You miss it, you're down to 0. This city in northeast African country, in a northeastern African country, has the largest population of any city in Africa. For a total of 13 points, name that city.
Cairo?
That's right, it's Cairo. And you have 13 points. All right, Steve, round number 2. You have 9 points. The category Africa. How many do you want to go for?
Boy. Why don't we try for 5 points?
Okay, you try for 5. I don't try for 5. Okay, if you answer this correctly, you've got 14 points. If you miss it, you're down to 4. Here's that 5-point question. When Belgium granted this country independence in 1960, it adopted the name Zaire. Before that, it was named after the world's 6th longest river. To get your total of 14 points, name the river.
Tanganyika.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's the Congo River. We deduct the 5 points from your 9. You're down to 4. Okay. We are at the end of the second round, and that means you're going to have a chance to stop the game, either of you if you want. If you think you're ahead of your opponent, then stop the game. Whoever is ahead will win. And I'll give you some moments to think about your decision. All right, if either player stops the game at this point, Marie will win by a score of 13-4. By 9 points at $2,000 a point, she'll win $18,000, and she'll be our new champion. Let's see what they do. All right, players, time for your decision. Marie, would you like to stop the game?
No, I'll go on.
Okay, and would you like to stop the game, Steve?
No, sir.
Okay, we have a game then, and we'll be back to play round number 3 at $2,000 a point difference right after this. Don't go away. Welcome back to 21. We'll pick it up at round 3. Remember, we're playing for $2,000 a point after the first tie game, and round 3 starts out with you, Marie. And you have 13 points at the moment. The category is the Bible. How many would you like to try for in the Bible?
I'll try 5 points, please.
All right, 5-point question on the Bible. Here it is. If you answer it correctly, you have 18 points. If you miss it, you're down to 8. According to the Old Testament, this biblical figure was the favorite son of Jacob. He is identified with his coat of many colors. For a total of 18 points, name him.
Joseph.
You're right, and you're at 18. Very good. All right, Steve, round number 3, you're at 4 points. You can pick some up here now in the category the Bible. How many would you like to go for? The Bible. Think of your knowledge Assess it and tell me.
Boy, not my best category. Why don't we try... Let's just try another 4 points.
All right, a 4-point question. If you answer it correctly, you'll double your 4. If you miss it, of course, you're at 0. Here's your 4-point question. The first book of the Holy Bible has a Hebrew name which means appropriately the beginning. To get your total of 8, name that book.
Genesis.
That is right, and you have 8 points. All right, there you go. All right, Marie, we're at round number 4. You have 18 points at this moment, and let's see what category comes up. This could be very, very important to you. Round and around she goes, and the category is sex symbols. How do you rate yourself with sex symbols, Marie?
10.
10. We don't have a 10-point question.
Oh, well, okay.
All right, how many? You can go from 1 really to 3 because you have 18.
I'll take 3.
You're going for the 21. All right, this is to get your total to 21 points. A very important question for you. One of the sexiest actresses of the 80s made a smashing debut in the film 10, then followed it with a remake of Tarzan the Ape Man. To reach 21, name her.
Bo Derek.
You got it. Bo Derek is right. You're at 21. Now, I can tell you at this point, and you're going to be happy to hear this, that your opponent, Stephen, has only 8 points. So regardless of what he does, he's going to lose. All right, but I'll tell you, Marie, you are the new champion. But depending on how he does will determine exactly how much money you win. So I'm going to let you listen in, all right? Here we go. All right, Steve, this is the 4th round. You have 8 points. The category is sex symbols. How many would you like to go for?
Okay, let's try 9 points.
All right, a 9-point question. I can tell you right now that your opponent, Marie, has 21 points. So she will win this game. You can't win. However, this is a very important question to you because if you answer it correctly, you lose by a score of 21 to 17, 4 points, or $8,000 will be taken away from you. But if you miss this question, you'll be wiped out. So you can save yourself a lot of money. It all rides on this one 9-point question. It's a 2-parter. I'll read it, give you some time to think of your answers. I'll describe 2 films that Paul Newman starred in. You name each. Number 1. In this 1961 film, he played a young pool shark. Number 2, in this 1967 film, he played a chain gang prisoner. Okay, here's some time to think of your answers. All right, time is up, Steve. You can save yourself an awful lot of money. A very important question to you. You must answer both parts. Number 1. In this 1961 film, Paul Newman played a young pool shark. Name that film.
Can I go to the second question first?
Okay, you want to skip this for the time being. All right, number 2. In this 1967 film, he played a chain gang prisoner. Name that film.
Cool Hand Luke.
That is right. Now back to 1. You have to answer it now. A lot of money at stake for you here. A whole lot of money, Steve. In this 61 film, Paul Newman played a young pool shark. What was the name of the film?
Is that The Hustler?
It's The Hustler! And you're the champion. Come on out here, Marie. You saved yourself a bunch of money, I'll tell you. Come on out, players. Marie, you did it. And there was big money at stake there for you, Steve. I'll tell you what. You lost that one by a score of 21 to 17 or by 4 points. But at $2,000 a point, that's $8,000. We got to take it from you. But, of course, earlier, you agreed to play Marie, and that's the chance you took. It didn't turn out as advantageously for you as it could, but you still end up, and this is the nice news, $12,000 cash. Thank you so much. You're a great champion. Thank you, Steve. See you later. And Marie, you just picked up $8,000. That $8,000, of course, we'll ask you about that later, but right now you can make some more by playing the bonus game. Follow me right up here, and let's see if you can do it, okay? Now, Marie, in the bonus game, you're playing against the computer. You have to beat it. The idea is to accumulate numbers as close to 21 as you can without going over. Over 21, and it's a bust. Now, these scintillating numbers, you can see them on the board, run from 1 to 11. 1 to 11, but you decide when you want to stop them. However, you've got to tell us whether the upcoming number is going to go to you or whether that upcoming number is going to go to the computer. That's your choice. Now, once the computer gets to 17, it's over. Its score is frozen. This rule does not apply to you. Okay? If you win, you're going to get another $2,000 cash plus this prize. Listen.
Marie, we'll fly you to Tahiti, the jewel of the Pacific. Slip into paradise and enjoy the crystal clear surf and golden beaches of these enchanting islands. Go native and see Tahiti in all of its tropical splendor. It's a vacation worth $3,000.
How does that sound, huh? All right. A trip to Tahiti and $2,000, a total of $5,000 in cash and prizes you're playing for in the bonus game. I'm with you, and the audience is with her, right? They're going to give you a lot of advice, but you are the only one who can do it. Use that remote control right there. Stop the numbers whenever you want, but you must tell us in advance who gets the number, all right? Who gets the first number as we start?
I'm going to take.
First number is going to go to Marie. All right, Marie, what will it be? At C, you have an 8. All right, a good start. You have 8. Now, who gets the next one?
I'm going to take the next one, too.
You want this one, too. She's going to go for another one with an 8. All right, let's see what it is. It's 5 for 13. 13. Now, there are a lot of high numbers in there, so be careful. Be careful. 13 is dangerous.
The computer.
You're going to go to the computer now. All right, we switch over to the computer. This number goes to the computer, and it is... Oh, a 10. We have 13 to 10. Now, who gets the next number? Think about it now. The computer?
Yeah, because I don't want to bust.
Well, that was a good move there, because if you'd taken that 10, you'd be busted right now. All right, 10 to 13. This goes to the computer, and it's 2. Oh, that's good. The computer at 12. A lot of high numbers. You could try and bust it, but you're at 16.
Give the computer another one.
All right, 10 or 11 will bust the computer. 10 or 11. Bust now. Come on, bust. Big one. You got it! You got it! You did it. 23 is too much. You did it. You won with a 13 by busting the computer. Well, you picked up $5,000 cash and prizes. You're going to be going to Tahiti. You got a lot of cash, and we'll come back with 21 in just a moment. Don't go away. Well, Marie, you've done very well. On our next show, you'll meet your next challenger, and you'll have to decide if you want to play against him, knowing that if he should win, whatever he wins will be deducted from the cash you won. But on the other hand, should you win, you could add much more to your winnings. So that's next time. Until then, what's the magic number?
21.
21. Thank you for watching. Bye.
Is a Jack Barry and Dan Enright production.
If you like this, make sure to subscribe to my channel for more. And check out my Facebook page for other exciting content. You can play free games and win real prizes.